Industrial Revolution, Part 21. By the mid 1800s, a new generation of politicians believed that some government regulation was necessary to protect workers and consumers. Overall, governments enforced sanitary standards which made urban living cleaner and healthier. Governments cleaned up the cities with sewers, the sewerage system, and waste disposal. Running water and bathing became common by 1900. The British government passed the National Insurance Act of 1911, in which workers, employers, and the state all made payments for workers' sickness and unemployment. Mandatory vaccination were also introduced. Additionally, voting rights made workers less radical because they felt they had a voice in the government and could improve their lives through peaceful democratic means. As a result of these changes, more and more socialists in Western Europe no longer supported a revolution. They believed that change could occur by working gradually and peacefully within the system. These socialists supported a system called democratic or evolutionary socialism, with a progressive income tax, government regulation, a safety net for the poor, the right to form unions, and the minimum wages. The democratic socialists competed in elections and sought change peacefully through the legislatures. So, in Western Europe, there would not be a successful radical socialist revolution because the social question was being addressed. The USA had a powerful progressive movement that shared many of the aims of the evolutionary socialist. And in fact, it was a blessing in disguise for whole of the Europe, not just talking about the Western Europe or North America, because the October Revolution in Russia took place in 1917, away from the mainstream Europe and far away from North America, in fact allowed the Westerners to observe the happening in USSR, and they could make some changes, facilitation for the working class in Western Europe and North America to combat against any revolution. Because the worker class could go for a revolution, may it be a Marxist revolution, communist revolution, socialist revolution, because they were so downgraded and they were treated so badly, and now there was a danger of revolution. So the ideologists came along with an idea of welfare state. Now, what is a welfare state? This is where the state recognized its subjects and developed loyalty among themselves, recognized them, owned them, and the state became a welfare state that provided for the utilities, provided for the facilities, provided for the sick treatment, provided for the universal education. And in fact, it put a block on the revolution. Yes, the capitalistic system was threatened by revolution, and this idea of a welfare state put a block on the future revolution. And it was very successful throughout Europe, or so to say, Western Europe and Northern America. That's all for the day. Bye bye. Take care.